Hello, welcome to the Third and Long podcast. As always, I'm here with my trusty co-host Ollie Butler Henderson to discuss a week of news in the NFL. How are you, Mr. Butler Henderson?
I am good as typical NFL. It throws everything at less than 24 hours before the show starts.
Yeah, the last piece of news about 5 minutes before the show starts, actually.
Yeah, literally. So Ollie's got a bit of information on it. I haven't got a huge amount on it.
Yeah, I can thank LinkedIn for it.
You can thank who for it?
LinkedIn.
Oh, LinkedIn. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. How are you, Mr. Hope? How's your first week as a working man?
It's not my first week as a working man. It's my first week in my new job. Big difference. But yeah, it's going well so far.
Yeah, it's been a good cut. It's been good to have you back in work, mate. Not wake you up at 10 o'clock in the afternoon. Or 10 o'clock, no, 10 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, get my words right.
Yeah, I know. Getting up at 7:30 every day has been a bit of a shock.
Welcome to the world, mate. Welcome to the world. It's when you can get up at like 8:30 and walk down the stairs and make work at 8:30. That's the time to do it, mate.
Mate, I start at 9. I start at 9 in the dining room tomorrow.
Brilliant. We have two bits of breaking news. Things are broken, twice in the last 2 hours? Shall we start with a certain Mr. Little Child, Diva, young man, Aaron Rodgers getting
I know,
paid?
they've changed their tune, haven't they?
Yeah. At least they aren't being held to ransom like the Cleveland Browns are. Because that is stupid money. So Kyler Murray has received a 5-year deal, which keeps him at the Cardinals for 6 more years.
I mean, 2 months ago, they were calling him a bully, bad leader, diva, everything. And now they've given him a £230 million deal. It just doesn't make sense to me.
160 of it guaranteed as well. So 5 years, 160, that's what? Just over 30 million a year? 32 million a year?
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid money for a quarterback that's actually very overrated, in my opinion.
I completely agree. I mean, he's not even won the Pro Bowl. So he lost. He's only had one postseason victory. No, one postseason appearance, which he lost. He's also lost on his only game in the Pro Bowl as well. His stats aren't that good.
2 seasons ago, this guy lost to CJ Beathard with the playoffs on the line.
Exactly.
He runs around in the backfield like a headless chicken and throws a prayer up most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even a top 10 quarterback in his stats from last season. 14th in yards passing, which is 387. 24 touchdowns, which is only 12. The only thing he's top 10 in for interceptions, that's 10. Yeah, his QBR rating is 57.3, which isn't brilliant. It puts him 7th. It isn't brilliant stats at all. And he's always had this carrot over dangling in front of him, called the Major League Baseball. And I think Cardinals are scared that they're going, oh. You know, we saw a Major League Baseball player today turn down a 15-year deal worth £440 million. Juan Soto, I think his name is.
Oh yeah. Have you seen what happened about that?
I haven't. I've not paid a lot of attention to it, to be honest, if I'm honest. But
the Nationals refused to arrange a flight to the home run derby because he wouldn't sign that contract. So he flew like commercial and then went and won the home run derby.
Funny that. But so I think they've had to pay, and they've had their arms severely tied. I reckon his agents had conversations with Major League Baseball teams. Don't forget, he was a top 10 pick in the Major League Baseball.
He got picked by the A's.
He's the only player to be picked in the top 10 for 2 major the American sports leagues. So he is an athlete. I just don't think he's not a top 10 NFL, a top 10 quarterback in this league.
I don't think he's going to go to play baseball.
Not now. I don't think. No, I think his time it's done now. I think he's had these 3 years in the NFL. He could have gone. My rookie deals. I've technically only got a year left on my rookie deal. I could go and get a shed load of money over that side. You know.
The thing is, center fielders don't get paid that much in baseball.
Was that his position? Was it?
Yes.
Okay. That I did not know about. Did not know about them.
Shortstops, pitchers, designated hitters, they get paid a lot.
Designated hitters. I'm not a major baseball fan, so I will take your lead on that one. The other bit of news that literally broke about 5 minutes before the show, which we haven't even had time to put a banner up. That's how quick how late it panned.
Not Jimmy Garoppolo.
Not Jimmy Garoppolo, no.
To be fair, I think Colt McCoy was a good backup, and I don't know why they let him go.
Yeah.
And just to be clear,
I was
Ollie,
just rereading.
just to be clear, Ollie, I'm talking about Colt McCoy here. In our pre-show, Ollie got Colt McCoy and Carson Palmer confused.
Very. Carson Palmer took the Cardinals to the Super Bowl.
Colt McCoy did
not. Yeah, I agree with John. You know, perhaps they were looking, going, if we don't deal him, we're going to lose him, and who's out there? You know, there is a likelihood that they could have picked someone up in the draft. They got quite a few draft picks. Who knows? It's too much of a loss.
Yeah,
We
but
take your rookie. At least
the
they've got
NFC,
known
West, so who knows who will actually have a draft pick in the NFC West? Considering nobody seems considering no. I think did the Cardinals even have a first pick this year?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and Seattle got one by trading Russell
Yeah.
Wilson, but I mean the NFC West way seems to be F the picks, doesn't it?
Agreed. The other bit of news is the NFL have launched their own streaming service. Like I said, we haven't even had a chance to put this on a banner yet.
Yeah, I took a picture.
It's called NFL Plus.
Yes, NFL Plus.
It's going to cost $5 a month, and it is via the NFL app. It sounds like it's going to be only America only, which is a bit of a ball ache.
And what it will do is it will provide fans access to live local and national NFL games on mobile devices, live out-of-market preseason games across all devices, and live local and audio for every game. NFL Network shows on demand, NFL film archives, and more.
So it's quite good that it shows the archives.
And it says it's providing football flexibility so fans never have to miss football again.
That is such the cheesiest tagline ever.
I know.
But yeah. Once we get more information about it, if it is available in the UK, I don't see it being the end of Game Pass, because Game Pass is on a lot of devices, isn't it?
Now remember, there's football on Paramount Plus, Peacock, ESPN Plus, Amazon Prime Video, and NFL Plus as streaming services alone.
They could have no one in the stadium soon.
I know.
But I mean, okay, yes, you can have everyone in the stadiums. You're not, have everyone streaming these services. I don't think you can't beat live sport.
No.
Live, I've seen it over in the UK.
Saturday, on Saturday, I'm going to watch a preseason football match.
Oh, you're missing football that much?
No, it's just I'm there. I'm staying at the stadium, so I might as well go and watch a game as I'm going to be there.
Fair enough shout. I am going to take my hat off and say congratulations to England's ladies last night. The Lionesses.
Oh, what a game that was!
Beating Spain 2-1 in extra time, thanks to Georgia Stanway's absolute strike from about 20 yards out.
Yeah, I know.
But shall we go back to the news?
Back to the egg-shaped ball.
Yes. We do start with a bit of sad news. Charles Johnson, the former Pittsburgh, Philly, Bills, and Super Bowl winning Patriots side passed away.
I believe he was a first-round pick, was he not?
He was a first-round pick, yeah. Scored 24 touchdowns in his 9 seasons in the NFL, 354 receptions for just over 4,600 yards. Was a good player. Wasn't hugely involved in the Patriots. He's only with the Patriots for 1 year. The year he won, funny enough. It was the 03 season, I think it was he was with. Can't remember off the top of my head. But it was a really, really good player. But he fell down our depth chart. That time he ended up being there. He was a good wide receiver, good utility wide receiver. Good to have on the ranks at us. And obviously with the stats, 354 reception from 4,600 yards. It's Like what, over 10 yards a game, isn't it?
They're good stats.
Over 10 yards a catch. So 24 touchdowns in 9 seasons, roughly about 3 touchdowns a season, about 2.5 touchdowns a season. So yeah, they are good stats. And our hearts and prayers and send out to his family.
Yes, our thoughts are with his family.
We lose a couple of more players from the NFL. Richie Incognito, the former Raiders linebacker, is stepping away after 17 seasons in the NFL. The former third-round pick, 81st overall, 4 Pro Bowls, 184 games, has stepped away.
And an ex-Patriots player.
Yeah, an ex-Patriots player. Jason McCourty is swapping the field for the mic.
Yes, the new GMFB host.
I like this. They actually now have got their 4 regular.
Yeah, I prefer. I
show.
definitely prefer it like this.
Yeah, I mean since Kay left, since Nate left, it's been a little bit messy. Okay, with the main 3 there, Kay, Traegers, and Carl.
Schrags.
They, there was that familiar there, but since Kay left, you've had. I think they didn't even have one of them on there today.
Yeah, it's sort of like the F team at the moment.
Yeah, it's the NFL like networks scoop people, isn't it? You had like Will Solitaris on there. Ian Rapp,
Dream Will Silver.
Will Silver, that was it.
Who's Silver is a golf player.
Yeah, I did know. And Ian Rapp was on there as well, and there was a couple of others on there I didn't know.
Yeah,
I think Sean was on there. I think on the
NFL Network Z team.
I wouldn't say Sean was a Z team. He's been on there quite a bit over the since Nate's left.
I wouldn't say Rap Sheets is Z team.
No, right. He's one of their main guys, isn't he?
But he's not usually in the studio.
No. So Jason McCourtney was an 09 draft pick, 6th round, 203rd pick overall for the Titans. He played 5 seasons for the Titans before going to the Browns. Patriots winning the 53rd Super Bowl, that epic against Atlanta. And he then went on to... Sorry, not sorry, Tom. Do you mean John? So John's put the F team, as others call it, the Vikings. Yeah, so Jason McCourtney's had, in his 13 years in the NFL, he's had 744 tackles, 1 sack, 2 touchdowns, defensive touchdowns, 18 interceptions, 9 forced fumbles, 5 fumble recoveries, and 108 pass deflections.
I mean, they're good
as
stats.
We've said, they are good stats. They're not the same kind of stats as his twin brother, who's still in Foxborough now, went away and then came back. He is a good, and it was great having both the McCourtney brothers on the field. I loved watching that.
Winning a Super Bowl together.
Winning the Super Bowl together. They are still... Devin McCourtney is still a great player. Jason McCourtney is a good player. Those stats could possibly end up being a Hall of Famer player.
No. Jason McCourtney's good, but he's not Hall of Fame.
You never know who else retires this time of year. In 5 years' time, who's going to be... He'd be eligible, wouldn't he? So we'll see.
Ben Roethlisberger?
They do put more than one in. They do put more than one in, man.
But
Come on.
They can put people from previous years in too.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Pat Willis isn't in the Hall of Fame, and you think Jason McCourtney might?
Ollie tried not to swear. This is Ollie having a rant before we get to the Madden top 10.
Jason McCourtney, Navarro Bowman.
I just think
Smith,
I like Jason
Smith.
McCourtney, and I think
but he
has done really well.
This is like when you said Andy Dalton was a Hall of Fame when Phil Rivers wasn't.
I was waiting for that one to come up. I think Jason McCourtney can be a Hall of Famer. I don't think he's first ballot, admittedly, on that one.
I don't think he's even going to be a semi-finalist at all.
We'll see. We'll see. The Rams are losing a defensive tackle from their roster for 6 games.
Yes, and it's the NFL's prerogative.
Yes. 6 games, PEDs. It's a silly it's a silly thing, isn't it?
Okay, I'm out of Bobby Brown songs after my prerogative to make a pun.
I'm sure Rihanna knows not Rihanna. Whitney Houston knows quite a few.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say any more than that because that was such a bad joke, and I've just heard like someone hit my submarine. I'm sinking very fast.
I mean, it was sinking.
Yeah, are they going to
sinking
struggle?
after that Jason McCourtney comment, really.
Are the Rams going to struggle? Because they've obviously lost.
Was
They've still got Aaron
was
Donald.
Bobby Brown even a starter though?
I think he might have been a starter.
Because I feel like they have Floyd and Donald, and they can have whoever they want with those two.
Yeah, it's probably one of those things where he is a starter, but we wasn't really started because, look who's gone in front of him. At the end of the day, he has got, as you said, in fact, that is very interesting. He only played one. He only had one tackle last year. He did play a few. It looks like more of a special teamer. So interesting. So yeah, they're not going to miss him much, are they? Bobby Brown,
I don't
the
think they
third defender.
will. Think about who they have. They have Brandon Floyd, Justin Hollins, Terrell Lewis, Aaron Donald, Greg James, Elshon Robinson. Like, they're not really going to miss him.
Yeah, he did play 10 games last year, one tackle, one assisted, no other stats across the line. Yeah, they're not going to miss him, are they?
Like, I'm surprised you even put this in the news because I only put it in the chat as a bit of a joke.
It had, it is a bit of news. At that time, the news was there, and I put it in there until the band, went all mad. Do you want to say what you actually said about AJ McCann and Josh Rosen pre-show?
They're not even backup level anymore.
Yeah.
Josh Rosen. What did we call Josh Rosen? It was the biggest flop in draft history.
Yes. So Cleveland are working them out. They're obviously trying to see what's out there.
I mean, in terms of quarterbacks, they've crashed and burns. I'm surprised they're not win Johnny Manziel, to be honest.
Yeah, I could see them week one where Baker's put 40 points up against them. I could see that happening, and then making the biggest mistake, thinking, "Oh, we've fucked up."
We've got a Canadian Vikings fan here.
Hello, Matthew. How you doing, man?
Bonjour.
It's been a while. It's been a while, mate. Yeah, it shows that Cleveland are worried about their quarterback situation in there, aren't they?
Yes.
Because if obviously
have you seen the latest news seems to be suggesting an 8-game ban?
8-game now, is it?
That's the latest I've seen.
That is that is a lot of games.
Bonjour, Matthew. I don't know what A2 means. I think it's something you. Hello to you, maybe?
Possibly. I'm not sure myself.
I know my French is only GCSE level.
My French was crap as well. It's going back to Cleveland. They're obviously worried of their situation there. They've got an undrafted rookie in there as their backup at the moment. Obviously, Jacoby's going to be the starter week one.
Yes.
If he goes down, I can see why they've brought AJ McCann in and Josh Rosen to try them out. But as you said, they're going to be picking in the top 10 this year, aren't they?
Yes.
Possibly even the top 5.
Unless Deshaun does get less. If they get 8 games, yeah, and he wins all 8, and Jacoby's probably good enough to win 1 or 2.
Yeah, you could see that happening, couldn't you? He's not a bad quarterback. He did all right in Miami last season when he played.
I don't know Cleveland's schedule off the top of my head, but I reckon they've probably maybe got a few easy-ish games in the first.
They got Pittsburgh twice.
Good point. I mean, Jacoby Brissett versus Mitchell Trubisky. Is anyone going to be watching that?
Well, it could be against Kenny P.
Well, that's not what that Pittsburgh player whose name I'm forgetting, Cam Hayward, said.
Has he dropped it?
He said he basically said Trubisky's way ahead in this race.
Which I'm not surprised. Trubisky's been around the NFL for 4 years.
I see he decided to open and start, and it's just opened again because I said those words.
See, yeah, as Trubisky's been around the NFL for 4 years. Who's Cleveland's wide receivers? John's asked. That's an Peoples
Donovan Peoples
Jones,
Jones.
who's a really good wide receiver actually.
And after that, I think
Um,
it's Error 404 not found, isn't it?
yeah, it's who they've dragged off the streets, isn't it? Who they've got left? Cooper, Amari
Oh
Cooper's the
yeah,
other one.
Amari Cooper.
Who we're gonna have a rant about that later on.
Yeah. We'll deal with him later, as India said on Love Island the other day.
I was waiting for you to bring up that one. Shall we roll on to your QB?
Yeah, 5 teams. Why isn't he already traded?
Can you see them winning? Here we go. Yeah, saying that.
Kareem Hunt too.
Yeah, I was about to say Kareem Hunt.
They have that
If they can
1-2
keep
punch at
him.
RB.
Yeah, they've probably got one of the better 2 RBs in the league. Yeah, I mean, I can't see them winning huge amounts of games without a QB who's as good as Baker and Deshaun. But yeah.
I mean, you can't go. Did you just say Baker and Deshaun in the same breath? Really?
Baker is better than Jacoby and better
True.
than they're dragging him. That's what I mean. Jimmy G. Let's roll on to see it, San Fran.
So apparently 5 teams have gone on for him, and apparently those 5 teams are Seahawks, Lions, Dolphins, which is a bit of a surprising one, Texans, and Falcons.
So you've said Dolphins because of Mike McDaniels.
Yes.
You said you're not going to trade to Seattle.
No, I don't think we will.
You say Lions, Giants.
Yeah. No, the Giants isn't one, but I've heard other rumors about the Giants. The other ones are the Falcons, Texans, and Lions.
Right, Lions, understandable. Falcons, don't quite make that one. Texans, understandable.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused about the Falcons because obviously, we're probably not sold on Mariota, but they just drafted Ridder. So unless they want to do a sort of Ridder, Jimmy Garoppolo mentor sort of thing.
Yeah, but I'm also very surprised that San Francisco are trading away Jimmy this year. I thought they would have, if they are going to go with Lance, I thought they would have needed that old head to back him up and go, look, you've done this. Don't do it this way. You need to do this. Explain it to him.
He's done that for a year, though.
Yeah, but it's different being a starter than it is a backup.
Shall I tell you what I think this Jimmy Garoppolo is being allowed to seek a trade actually is?
Cap.
No, I don't think it's that.
What do you think it is?
I think it's Shanahan saying, okay, you're playing backup for us. If you want a starting job, go find one.
Possibly. But why have they done this? What, 5 weeks before the season starts? 1 week before mandatory camp start next week?
Because he's only just been cleared.
It's true. That's true.
John's
got a good point.
I think it's Shanahan saying, you want a starting job, go find one. You're not having it here.
I do like John's comment though. Out of those, I'd say Dolphins is the best fit, but isn't Tua still there?
Tua is still there, but we need to remember that Mike McDaniels is the coach who was our OC last year.
And don't forget Teddy's there as well.
Yeah, but I mean Teddy's Teddy, isn't he?
Yeah, Teddy will get injured by his physio at some point.
To be fair, that wasn't even Teddy. That was
what's
Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod, that was it. Jimmy could have gone to Cardinals. That would have saved them.
Yeah, but again, it's trading in the conference.
Yeah, it's in a conference.
If we were happy to trade him in conference, we'd have released him by now.
I think Giants would be a very, very good fit.
Yeah, I've heard words about the Giants. I wouldn't mind watching Jimmy in England this year.
Yeah, it would be good. I wouldn't mind seeing him Lions. I think he is a step up from Jared Goff. Okay, yes, there is that. He is older than Jared Goff by a few years now. Not aging Jimmy too much. But But
I
yeah,
saw I saw a tweet that said if Garoppolo goes to the Giants, then Wilson will have some competition for the over 50s.
oh, that was a bit brutal. Funny but brutal. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. If I'm honest, it's. I could see him leave. I could see why they're doing it, but I don't understand the reason why they're doing it. If that makes sense. But
I think
yeah,
it's politics more than anything else.
possibly. And on the politics note, let's get on to Madden's top 10.
Oh, I
You,
have some things to say about this.
So every year, obviously, NFL release or Madden release an NFL game, and they give their players ratings, blah blah blah. Their top ratings are 99. A few of these players get these every year. Donald's had it for 6 years on the bounce now. This is Adam's second year. Haven't seen the quarterback. Quarterbacks haven't been released yet. The kickers have been released, but I'm really shocked that Justin Tucker didn't get 99 rating.
No, but they won't give a kicker the 99 club.
The way I say that 99, he's the record holder. He's kicked the biggest. Just give it to him for one season. It's not going to kill them, is it? With the wide receivers,
Hopkins, Evans,
yeah, how is Hopkins on there?
McLaurin, Allen, Cooper.
No,
all in the top 10.
No Jamar Chase.
Yeah, well, they won't give it to a second-year player. They hate rookies.
And no Debo.
Yes, no Debo. That's my issue. Debo was third in scrimmage yards last year. If you took away his rushing yards, he was still in the top 5.
Exactly. To have him against Hopkins, who didn't play for the majority of the last season, to have him ahead Cooper, who had probably one of his worst seasons. I don't remember Allen lighting up the gridiron last season at all either. So they're saying that.
I also don't know how Cup got 98 and Adams got 99.
I would give it 99.
Evans had a good season, but not a great season. McLaurin didn't do that much.
No.
Allen, Cooper, where is Debo? And to be fair, where is Chase?
So how they mark it is speed, route running, catch. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. There is a few other things as well. So speed does play a lot of these things as well. But Debo is quick, and that would have he's one of the quickest wide receivers in the draft in that class.
Yeah, and Chase is quick. They're also both great route runners. Both can go up and catch the ball.
Yeah, they hit the high point really, really well. So it is shocking. I mean, Hopkins having a 96. It's ridiculous. For those that are in the top 10, Jamar Jefferson, how is he only a 93? He broke the record season.
Jefferson's like a 98.
Exactly. And Hill's a 97. I thought Hill would have been a 99 as well, but that one. Tight ends.
I don't have an issue with tight ends.
My issue is Andrews.
Look at John.
Still looking why Antonio Brown isn't there.
He'd probably run off the game.
He's probably throwing a diva strut somewhere. As I was saying, my issue is Andrews. He is as good as Kelsey and Kittle.
I disagree.
And he's not. Of the season he had last season, some of the catches he pulled off. That one that was literally on his toes, behind him.
Yeah, this isn't me trying to nail my Kittle colours to the post, but I don't think Alan Andrews is on the same level as Kelsey and Kittle. I think he should be maybe 94, 95, but I don't think he should be up there with the 97, 98.
It's going to have to agree to disagree with that one, because otherwise we can go on for hours on this one.
My main issue with the running back is that Jonathan Taylor isn't number 1.
Yeah, he had probably the season of the seasons last season. At least up there at Henry. Henry is king. Henry is the best running back in the class. My issue is McCarthy being 96. He's only played like 4 games over the last 2 years. So how can it probably over the last 3 games?
Isn't his susceptibility 100?
Possibly, yeah.
Because it really should be. That guy's made a paper.
Joe Mixon should be higher than 93.
No.
Zeke Elliott, is he really an 88?
No.
Is he top 10? No.
Yeah, I know. That's my issue, John. Henry only played half a season, so I don't understand how he can be 97.
Like Henry played half the season, yet he was still top 5 in the rushing yards last year. He was 900 and something yards in 8 games last
Yeah, I
year.
know he carried me for half of the season in a fantasy league.
He carried me for half the season as well. So yeah, he is. That's why he's up there. You know, if he'd have done that, he could have gone over 2,000 yards last
I
season.
don't have an issue with him being 97. I have an issue with Jonathan Taylor not being 97.
Yeah, I get that. And being behind McCaffrey. You know, there is Najee Harris, I think, is better than Zeke Elliott, and he's not in there.
I think it's hard. I think Najee Harris, I think, is in the Jamar Chase bracket as he's only had one season.
It doesn't matter. You know, I've seen some of the rookies out. They brutalize some of the rookies as well.
Yeah, they do.
I don't get Kamara's rating as well. You know, he's not that good.
Speaking of Kamara, isn't he meant to be getting like a ban for that domestic violence charge?
4 games or something like that. That's because he played. Why? How many times did he play the Raiders, John?
Harsh. They made the playoffs last year.
True. On to the.
And they didn't get embarrassed in the wildcard game.
On to the defensive players. I've got a big issue with this one. Myles Garrett, 99. TJ Watt, 96. TJ Watt's another record sack holder.
TJ Watt should be 99. Bosa should be 96. And Garrett should be 94.
What, Joey Bosa?
No, Nick Bosa.
Yeah, I really don't get that one at all. You know, they put Mac at 92. Mac didn't have a good season last year.
In the safeties, where's Jimmy Ward?
He's good question. Well presented.
He's not in the top 10.
I'm surprised you haven't put Frank Warner as a 99 yet, or Fred Warner. Sorry.
Fred Warner was close, wasn't he? He was the
94.
He was the highest linebacker.
He's the highest linebacker on there.
Micah
Parsons, 88. Do you think that should be higher?
No.
Straight no.
Okay. the way they seem to be doing second season players, no.
Devin White is the one that I don't get. Tampa Bay's linebacker, who was superb in their run to the Super Bowl, especially during the postseason. He was absolutely all over the place. He should have been higher than an 85. He should have been at least up there with, you know, Darius Leonard, Wagner, that kind of thing in 1991.
One of my issues is Isaiah Simmons. Like, he's not that good.
No,
not Isaiah Simmons.
Cornerback.
Simmons, what's his first name?
Cornerback. The cornerback.
No, safety in it.
Oh, Simmons, yes. Tennessee. No, not Tennessee. Tennessee's KB31, Kieran Bride. He's another one who should be higher.
Yeah.
And that. Jamal Adams, what is he doing up there? He's done nothing over the 2 seasons. We said that when he did his in the show. We talked about when the
when I put him as my safety in that game we did.
Yes. Not only that, and
I also
when we talked about his Seattle contract as well.
I always think Gilmore's good, but is he 92?
On the corners.
Like compared to JC Jackson, who's 91?
JC Jackson has led the league in the since he's come in the league, which is 4 years now, at interceptions, pass deflects, and tackles for the position. And so he's only a 92. Also, don't get that one as well.
D lineman, how's Mack up there? He did not have a good season.
Khalil Mack didn't. No, there's a lot of things on there. I mean, Aaron Donald, yes, and Aaron Donald. That's his 6th year as a 99. Aaron Donald is probably the best player in the Football League. I reckon by a long, 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 long way. You know, he is a superb player. But yeah, there's Hayward and Vera. You know, they're 93. Josh Allen. No, Josh Allen. Yeah, it's a 92. Haven't got anything. Chris Jones, 91. Yeah, don't get that one. Ramsey, 98. Jay Alexander, 94. Stay and Warden 92,
I
Gilmore
find it
91.
I find it hard for Lattimore and Gilmore to be ahead of JC.
Yeah, I don't get that. JC Jackson's probably the best corner in the league at the moment, or was last
And I
season.
don't know how Max 94 or is it 92.
Yeah, Khalil Mack, he's had a bad, or since he's left Las Vegas, he's slowly declined, or Oakland as it was
To
then.
be
He's
fair,
slowly declined, isn't he?
he had a good. His first season at the Bears was good.
Oh yeah, because I put the Bears as my fantasy defense that year, and they were the number one defense. They
Yeah.
were awesome, and he was that main guy.
Well, whether they are or not, they should be based on last season because it's supposed to be representative of the last season, isn't it?
It should be, yeah. And
Clearly,
obviously they
it's
know the
not
speed.
because, well, they've put most as number one for speed, haven't they?
Yeah, they have most of number one.
He's the Theo Walcott of
If it is, some of the rookies' speeds have been knocked down. The running back, the fastest running back, which Patriots signed, I can't whose name's
Pierre
gone off
Strong.
the top of my head. He's not even the quickest running back in the league, which is
because most is.
Yeah, but he wasn't out of the rookies either. Kenneth Walker was apparently the quicker running back on the stats.
That one was weird. Was it Pierre Strong?
Yes, it was Pierre Strong. That's his name. Yeah, and he was like, well done, which is strange. And it is last season. Yes, college stats should go somewhere towards it.
Somewhat, though.
Yeah, somewhat towards it.
That's why it's hard for them to rate rookie tie.
Yeah, I get that because you don't know who's going to make the league for starters.
Yeah.
That was a lot less simple than I thought. I thought we'd still be discussing that by now, but never mind. There's been some new helmets and some new uniforms dropped in the last 48 hours. Panthers did a rather stylish video earlier on.
Yeah, I like the helmets.
I like the black helmet. Looks smart, really, really smart. Dallas are doing they're going back to the throwback white helmets for Thanksgiving game.
Really not a fan.
No, not a fan.
That might just be the Cowboys as a whole, to be honest.
Yeah, we noticed that, Ollie. New York Giants are borrowing Buffalo Bills uniforms for a game. As it is. As someone's put, there's no difference between that, and my response was 10 games. Buffalo Bills are going to win at least 10 games out of that. Well, 14 games out of that. Can't see Giants winning more than 4, personally.
I don't think the Giants are that
bad. There is one issue, and that's number 8 holding them back. Because he'll run and trip over. We all know that.
Yeah, but I think there's definitely a possibility they have a number 10 under center this year.
Who's the number 10?
He's currently wears red and gold.
Your boys. Oh, your lad. Okay, you reckon he's going there?
I do.
Fancy a wager? I have no idea where else he's going to go, mind you.
I'm not that confident. Thing is, I'd have taken a wager on Pittsburgh earlier this season.
Yep, that would have been a good call. Yeah, I like the fact they're bringing up throwbacks nowadays. It's looking good. They're bringing out for special games. Patriots having the red one. Are you guys dropped one yet?
We had one last season.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I'm assuming it'll just be the same.
I do like the special unis. They are nice.
And,
they are nice.
Is it this year they can start the throwback helmets?
Yes, it is, because we're bearing Patriot Pete.
I'm assuming we're going to have Sourdough Sam on ours.
Possibly, yeah.
And like old Sourdough Sam, not that new guy that can't dance.
Buccaneers are bringing back their old thing as well. The old logo as well, which looks really smart. The old pirate. We've got to mention Devon Allen, the Eagles wide receiver.
This guy was robbed of a chance to win a world championship medal.
So he was drafted this year by Philadelphia Eagles. He's ran in the 110 hurdles. He has posted the third fastest time this year.
The third fastest time ever
this year, we'll say. He was So, how the rules work in athletics
Athletics.
is if one person false starts, the whole lot have got a yellow card. Everyone. And the next person who false starts, doesn't matter if it was your
Disqualified.
first offence, is out of it. And Devon Allen jumped the gun by how quick was it?
So he didn't
0.101
actually
something.
jump the gun, but they say if you react within 0.1 of a second, that's seen as a false start, and he reacted in 0.99 of a second.
Which is ridiculous. Look at his heats. He ran 34.17 in his heat. He
Did you
pretty much jogged over the last
have
hurdle.
you seen what he said? He wanted to run and was like, "I don't care if you don't give me the medal, let me run." And they said no.
Oh, what? That's harsh.
He was trying to like
Um,
run it protest.
yeah, that's what they should do. Let them run and let them protest it. Go from there. His semi-final was a 13.8. Again, he pretty much jogged the last 5 yards of that one.
It was a 13-1, wasn't it?
I might have been 13.1. It was 13.8 unofficially then.
Because the guy won in 13:03, and I swear he ran 13:1 in his.
Either way, the guy was really unlucky. He is now joining Eagles next week, I think is. I think they said they're going to give him the week off.
He needs to try and make the 53, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't, he's got a career in athletics, hasn't he? We'll probably see him in
Well,
Paris in 4
he
years' time.
he's been to 2 Olympics.
Yeah, he's a very, very good runner. It's going to be interesting to see him.
He's 27.
Is he? I didn't realize he was
Yes.
that old. I thought he was like 24. Wow. So he's made his career as an athletics, and he's now gone to the NFL. He's not the first one. Tariq Hill was the next 200-meter runner.
Yeah.
A very, very quick 200 meters, one of the quickest at collegiate level. I think he set the record at one point as well. So it is done that one. It is really, really good speed. I think we've got one last little thing to talk about, and it is this week's top 5. And it is, drum roll please, stadiums. John, I hope you're listening in on this one.
And I'm not biased on this at all, am I?
No, so we'll do 5 to 1.
Yeah, I think we've got the same number 5, haven't we?
I think we do. Built in 2017 with a capacity of just over 71,000. I think it's 71,000.
It's a pity they're not going to watch
like
much this season.
Sorry?
I said it's a pity they're not going to watch much this season.
No, it's going to be a bit poor, isn't it? Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta is my number 5, and I believe that's your number 5 as well, Mr.
That's
Hope.
correct. It is my number 5.
What was your originally number 5, 24 or like an hour ago? Was it Lambeau? The green and gold in up in Green Bay, yes.
But yeah, I forgot about Mercedes-Benz Field Stadium until you reminded me.
Who have you gone for number 4? Arrowhead.
Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah, Arrowhead. Hell of an atmosphere. A mate of mine who's actually been there, and it's not to watch the NFL. I can't remember where we watched that, and he said like being right in those top corners is actually quite scary. But yeah, it's a hell of a stadium. Really good atmosphere in there, and they're always freezing their nads off around about January time. We know the AFC run through Arrowhead nowadays, don't we?
Yes.
My number 4, US Bank, Minnesota. Built in 2016, holds 66,665. Super Bowl 52 was held there, and to be fair, it looked absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
During the Super Bowl. Great stadium. Really nice stadium. Really nice built. Yeah, love our stadium.
Speaking of where stadiums are built, I've got the home of Super Bowl 50 as number 3.
Where the hell was that one?
Begins with an L.
Begins with a where, sorry?
Begins with an L. It's about 50 miles south of San Francisco.
Oh, LA. SoFi.
Levi.
Oh, Levi.
50 miles south.
Okay,
Not,
I
not
don't know
about
my American geography that
not
well.
about 500 miles south.
Okay. You've gone hard,
Levi
Levi.
Stadium.
What a surprise! The San Fran guys put the San Fran Stadium in there.
It's the only one I've been to.
Well, we do this next year. I'll put Foxborough at number 1.
Okay, you do that. Well, I mean, Levi. I had to fight the urge to put Levi at number 1, to be honest.
Yeah, when he sent me the list the other day, he did put Levi at number 1.
Yeah,
I
but
will apologise.
that was a joke.
So, obviously, you've been there. So, what is the atmosphere like in that stadium?
Incredible.
Obviously, you won. So,
Honestly, it was absolutely incredible. The sound on third down was it's like nothing you've never heard before.
really,
It's honestly, it's nothing. You'll see this year when you go to Foxborough. It's nothing like the England games.
is it like on the defensive third down or the offense? Obviously, the offense, they're normally fairly quiet, aren't they?
Defensive third down.
Nice. I love that. Love it. I generally cannot wait. My third, number 3, is CenturyLink in Seattle. These guys set off an earthquake.
The Sea Chickens.
Yes, the Sea Chickens, as you call them.
The 12.
Yeah, the 12.
No, it's not the 12. It's the 12. They're going to be quiet this season, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't think they'll be setting off many earthquakes this year. Built in 02, 69,000 capacity.
Anyway, it's not even called CenturyLink anymore.
Isn't it? What's it called nowadays then?
Lumen Field.
Oh, Lumen Field, is it? Okay.
Yeah, no, crap name, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a bit crap, actually. CenturyLink sounds so much better.
It's because CenturyLink changed their name to Lumen.
Okay. Learn something new every day, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I do like that stadium. I like the one end, where the point goes up. That looks really good.
I think our number 2 might be when John turns off with disgust.
So, unfortunately, John, yes, you are not a winner this time around. You are second. To be fair, for me, it was a toss of a coin.
Yeah, it was close for me, but I just think SoFi has that big stadium board thing.
Yeah, I do. I love the look of it. It looks absolutely brilliant.
John's given his top 5.
Oh, I like John. Thank you, John. Love you.
How is Gillette Stadium getting in the top 5? It's as run of the mill as you're gonna get. Speaking of stadiums, we've not talked about Pittsburgh saying the name, or did we do that last week?
That was last week, mate.
Last week?
Yeah.
Oh no, this week's sort of been a blur with starting work and everything.
This week was them knocking the bottle off the stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Allegiant.
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
I like the Pirate Shift too, John. But yes, Allegiant is at number 2. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys have seen it on Game Pass, but they have a thing about what they need to do at Allegiant Stadium every game day, and it's quite a good watch. They have it with the Bills too.
I'll have to watch that.
It's on Game Pass.
I'll watch that. Yeah, I got Game Pass.
It's called like 24 hours before the game or something. I
like watching what White Hart Lane does, or not longer White Lane, Tottenham does before to bring the stadium. Yeah, that's awesome. 65,000. That it looks absolutely stunning. That stadium, I absolutely love it, and it's really, really good. I think it costs a stupid amount of money as well, but not as much as on number 1. 2.2 billion SoFi cost.
I thought it was more than that. I thought it was 4 billion.
I read earlier on it was 2.2, or yesterday when I was doing this, it was 2.2. Built obviously the same year as Allegiant, holds just over 70,000, and that screen in the middle is awesome.
Incredible.
It's incredible. It's bigger than the one that's in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, because Mercedes-Benz do have it as well in Atlanta. And it looked awesome during the Super Bowl. Outside looks amazing. We saw all of Good Morning Football do a lot of their show last season in front of the stadium. It looked brilliant, even at 4:00 in the morning, them all wrapped in blankets because they're freezing their nads off.
Poor K.
Yeah. It looked absolutely brilliant.
According to the internet, it cost over $5 billion.
Wow. It's ridiculous money, isn't it? To be fair.
Yes.
Um.
And don't forget, it's holding some of the games in the 2026 World Cup,
Yep.
and it's hosting the opening and the closing ceremony of the 2028 Olympics.
And I think it's got a couple of boxing. I think it's got a boxing match in there. I know one's in Las Vegas as well, but sure there's boxing there, and there's probably going to be UFC in there as well. In there, they're going to need to recoup that money somehow, aren't they? While John's mentioned about the pirate ship in the Buccaneers Stadium, what about the swimming pool in Jag Stadium?
TIA
Yeah,
field or whatever it's
there's a
called.
swimming pool in that stadium, which is brilliant. Imagine that. Just gonna go and have a swim and watch a game. Don't mind me. Love it.
John's not happy.
Gotta go. It's got a good telly inside. To be fair, I've not seen a lot of the inside of your games. To be fair,
What I do like about the Allegiant is that they show the game on the outside of the stadium while it's going on inside.
that's pretty cool. Do like that. More people, more stadiums should do that, shouldn't they?
But they like project it onto the side of the stadium.
Oh, that's so cool.
Have you not seen that?
No, I haven't seen that.
Google it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to Google that in a bit. Definitely have to Google that. Definitely Google that one. We are rolling down. We have decided that we are going to be drafting live on the show. We will pre-record our normal podcast show on the Wednesday night for it to go live Friday morning or Thursday night, probably Friday morning, as per usual. But yes, we are drafting live 8:30 Thursday, the 1st of September. Once we work out I will work out how to get the extra screen on there. So you will see me, Ollie, Dave. Noah's going to be sat next to me as well because he will be drafting his team.
My dad will also be drafting his team.
It's going to be we're going to have a laugh. Please join in with us. Feel free to rib us about it, going, why have you picked that player there?
I believe there's currently one space left.
Yes, I believe there is as well. I'm really looking forward to actually doing this live. It's going to be interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, so please get involved in the comments. Tell us who we should take, who we shouldn't take.
Yep.
Please
be nice on Noah. He's 10. Remember that, okay?
Please rip mine and Ollie's team to shreds.
Oh yes, and Tom's, because we are getting Tom. I am going to try and drag Tom live onto the show for that one. I think.
And Dave.
Let's get him back, and Dave. Let's get Tom back on that show. 4-1 off Tom. Congratulations on getting engaged, but you have to come on the show on the 1st of September to do the podcast.
And if anybody else who's playing wants to get involved and have their face on the screen, feel free to just drop us a comment and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, drop us a DM. And one of us will pick it up. You're more than welcome to come and get involved. More the merrier, as we could say. That has brought an end to our show. It's been fairly action-packed, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple of rants, didn't we?
Fairly good rants. You've kept yours fairly respectable. I was expecting more of a Debo rant and more of a Nick Bosa rant, I must admit.
I'm not that disheartened about Nick Bosa. TJ Watt was better, but I don't know where Garrett 99 came from.
Yeah, that is obviously over a few seasons, isn't it? Not one of seasons, because Garrett wasn't that brilliant last year, I don't think. But still, never mind.
I mean, you bringing Garrett into this is what started the Nick Bosa rants in the first place.
Was it Garrett? No, it wasn't. It was Chase Young.
Yeah, you said Chase Young was the best prospect since Garrett.
Oh, yeah. All the way in week 2. All the way on our second ever show. Wow. 18 months, nearly 18 now. 16 months ago now, isn't it? 15 months ago. Wow. Mr. Hope, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure recording with you, Mr.
Definitely. Thank you for getting involved, everyone. And we will see you same time, same place next week. And
well, I mean, I won't. But...
No, he won't. I'm not there the week after. Stay safe all, and we'll see you soon.